So, we come to chapter 7 module 5. In this module, we shall see how Laplace transform can be applied to solve differential equations. We shall consider few examples concerning partial differential equation and ordinary differential equations. In example 1, we shall consider first order ordinary differential equation given by df dt plus ft equal to 1, where t is greater than or equal to 0. The initial condition is given as f at t equal to 0 is equal to 2. To solve this differential equation by the method of Laplace transform, we take Laplace transform on both sides of the differential equation. That is, we multiply both sides of the differential equation by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t from 0 to infinity. And this gives p capital Fp minus 2 plus capital Fp equal to 1 by p, where capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small f, which is equal to integral from 0 to infinity small ft e to the power minus pt dt. Now, we rearrange this equation to obtain p plus 1 capital Fp equal to 1 by p plus 2, and that is equal to 1 plus 2p by p. Breaking it into partial fractions, we get capital Fp equal to 1 by p plus 1 plus 1 by p. Now, 1 by p is the Laplace transform of 1 and 1 by p plus 1 is the Laplace transform of e to the power minus t. So, taking Laplace inverse of capital Fp, we get small ft is equal to 1 plus e to the power minus t for t greater than or equal to 0, and this is the solution of the given differential equation. Next, we consider another example, example 2, which is given by d2f dt2 plus a df dt plus b ft equal to mt, t greater than or equal to 0. The initial conditions are f at t equal to 0 is 0, f dash at t equal to 0 is 0, f dash means here df dt, and mt is a known function. Here also we use Laplace transform, that is, we multiply both sides of the given differential equation by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t from 0 to infinity to obtain p square capital Fp plus a p Fp plus b Fp equal to capital MP. Here capital MP is the Laplace transform of small mt and capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small ft. Hence, from this equation we obtain capital Fp as capital MP divided by p square plus ap plus b. Thus, taking Laplace inverse of capital Fp, we get small ft as Laplace inverse of the right hand side, that is Laplace inverse of capital MP by p square plus ap plus b. Now, we know that capital MP is the Laplace transform of small mt, and if we consider gt to be the Laplace transform of the function 1 by p square plus ap plus b, then we can use the convolution theorem to write small ft as 0 to t integral gt minus u small mu du, and that gives the solution of the given differential equation. Now let us consider some numerical value of the constant a and the constant b. Let a be equal to -2 and b equal to 5. Then gt equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by p square minus 2p plus 5, and that is equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by p minus 1 whole square plus 4. Now we know that Laplace inverse of 1 by p square plus 4 is equal to sine twice t by 2. Then using the shifting property of Laplace transform, we obtain gt equal to Laplace inverse of 1 by p minus 1 whole square plus 4, and that is equal to sine twice t into e to the power t by 2. Thus for a equal to -2, b equal to 5, the solution of the given differential equation is given by ft equal to half integral from 0 to t sine 2 t minus u e to the power t minus u mu du. Next we consider another example where we shall apply Laplace transform to ordinary differential equation with variable coefficients. Solve the ODE t d2f dt2 minus df dt minus tft equal to 0 for t greater than equal to 0 with f0 equal to 0. For this we define capital Fp as the Laplace transform of small ft, which is equal to integral from 0 to infinity small ft e to the power minus pt dt. So here we multiply both sides of the given differential equation by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t from 0 to infinity. This means we have to find out Laplace transform of tft, Laplace transform of df dt and Laplace transform of t d2f dt2 in terms of capital Fp. To find these, we note the following. We know that capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small ft, which is equal to integral 0 to infinity ft e to the power minus pt dt. If we differentiate this both sides with respect to p, we find left hand side to be equal to Laplace transform of the function tft and right hand side is minus f dash p. Here dash means differentiation with respect to p. So Laplace transform of tft is given by minus f dash p. Again Laplace transform of df dt is equal to integral from 0 to infinity df dt e to the power minus pt dt. We integrate this by parts so that we get ft e to the power minus pt t from 0 and infinity plus p into integral 0 to infinity ft e to the power minus pt dt. Now noting the initial condition that f0 is 0, we find Laplace transform of df dt to be equal to pfp, where real part of p is greater than 0. Next we find Laplace transform of d2f dt2. This means that integral 0 to infinity d2f dt2 e to the power minus pt dt, we integrate this by parts so as to get df dt e to the power minus pt t from 0 to infinity plus p integral 0 to infinity df dt e to the power minus pt dt, and that is equal to minus f dash 0 plus p square capital Fp. where we have used Laplace transform of df dt from the previous result, that Laplace transform of df dt is equal to pfp. Now we differentiate both sides by p to find that left hand side is Laplace transform of t d2f dt2 and right hand side is minus ddp of p square fp, and that is equal to minus twice p capital Fp minus p square capital F dash p. Thus, using Laplace transform of t d2f dt2, Laplace transform of df dt and Laplace transform of tft in the given differential equation after taking its Laplace transform, we obtain minus twice p capital Fp minus p square capital F dash p minus p Fp plus F dash p equal to 0, and which is equivalent to p square minus 1 df dp minus 3p Fp equal to 0. This is a differential equation in capital F which can be solved to obtain capital Fp as c by p square minus 1 whole to the power 3 by 2. Thus, taking Laplace inverse, we obtain small ft as c into Laplace inverse of 1 by p square minus 1 whole to the power 3 by 2, that is given by c t into I1t. Here I1t is the modified Bessel function of order 1. Now the direct evaluation of Laplace inverse of 1 by p square minus 1 whole to the power 3 by 2 is somewhat clumsy. An indirect proof can be obtained by finding the Laplace transform of t I1t, where I1t is written in the summation form, series form, that is as given by in summation r equal to 0 to infinity t by 2 to the power twice r plus 1 divided by r factorial into r plus 1 factorial. So, this gives the solution of ordinary differential equation with variable coefficient as given in the example. We have seen how to use Laplace transform to solve ordinary differential equations. Now we shall use Laplace transform to solve partial differential equation associated with initial value problems. Now Laplace transform is suitable for solving initial value problems involving heat conduction equation and wave equation, which are partial differential equations where the time variable t occurs. On the other hand, for Laplace equation in phi, that is del square phi del x square plus del square phi del y square, here phi is the function of the space variable xy, and if x lies in the interval 0 to infinity, and if we take Laplace transform in x for Laplace equation, then Laplace transform of the first term, that is del square phi del x square, this will give p square capital phi py minus p small phi 0 y minus small phi x 0 y. Here capital phi py is the Laplace transform of small phi, and so in calculating Laplace transform of del square phi del x square, we require the knowledge of small phi and small phi x at x equal to 0. However, prescribing both small phi and small phi x on the boundary x equal to 0 is usually not possible. So, due to this reason, Laplace transform appears to be not suitable to solve a boundary value problem involving Laplace equation. Because of this, we will only consider heat equation and wave equation. In example 1, we will solve the partial differential equation involving heat conduction equation, that is del square phi del x square equal to 1 by k del phi del t, where x lies in the interval 0 to infinity and t greater than equal to 0. Here k is a constant and small phi is a function of x and t, with the condition that phi at x equal to 0 is ft for t greater than 0, where ft is a known function and phi at t equal to 0 is 0 for x positive, and phi xt tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. We have to solve this partial differential equation along with the initial and boundary conditions. For this, we take capital phi xp as the Laplace transform of small phi, which is defined as integral 0 to infinity small phi xt e to the power minus pt dt. We multiply both sides of the given partial differential equation by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t between 0 to infinity, and we use the initial condition this to obtain the ordinary differential equation in capital phi, which is given by d square capital phi dx square equal to p by k capital phi, x lying in the interval 0 to infinity. Again, if we take Laplace transform of this boundary condition at x equal to 0, then we obtain capital phi at x equal to 0 equal to capital Fp, and also taking Laplace transform of this boundary condition, we see that capital phi xp tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. Here capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small ft occurring in this boundary condition. So, here we have to solve this ordinary differential equation in capital phi together with these boundary conditions. The solution of the ordinary differential equation is given by capital phi xp equal to capital Fp e to the power minus root over p by k into x, where x is greater than equal to 0. Taking Laplace inverse of capital phi produces small phi xt, and that is equal to Laplace inverse of capital Fp into e to the power minus root over p by k into x. Let capital Gt be the Laplace inverse of the function e to the power minus p by k into x. And we have obtained earlier in module 4 chapter 7 that Laplace inverse of e to the power minus root over p by k x is equal to x by root over k e to the power minus x square by 4 kt divided by 2 root over pi t cube. And this is equal to x e to the power minus x square by 4 kt divided by 2 root over pi k t cube, and that gives the function gt. Now, using the convolution theorem, here we see that small phi xt can be obtained in terms of small ft, which is the Laplace inverse of capital Fp, and function gt, which is the Laplace inverse of this function e to the power minus root p by k into x. And this gives small phi xt equal to integral from 0 to t fu g t minus u du, and that is equal to x by 2 root over pi k integral 0 to t fu divided by t minus u to the power 3 by 2 e to the power minus x square by 4 k t minus u du. Now, special case, if we consider fu equal to a constant c, then in this case small phi xt is equal to c into x by 2 root over pi k integral 0 to infinity t minus u to the power minus 3 by 2 into e to the power minus x square by 4 k t minus u du. If we substitute x by 2 root over k t minus u equal to z, then we obtain phi xt as 2c by root over pi integral from x by 2 root over kt to infinity e to the power minus z square dz, and that this can be expressed in terms of complementary error function, and so that phi xt is equal to c into arf c x by 2 root over kt, and this is the solution of the given initial value problem when fu is a constant c. Next we consider example 2. Here we consider the boundary value problem where the unknown function phi, which is a function of xt, satisfies the wave equation given by del square phi del x square equal to 1 by c square del square phi del t2, x lying in the interval 0 to infinity and t greater than equal to 0, with the conditions phi at x equal to 0 is ft, where ft is a known function, and phi x equal to 0 is 0, phi xt tends to 0 as x tends to infinity, and del phi del t at t equal to 0 is 0, where x is from 0 to infinity. To solve this initial cum boundary value problem, we consider capital phi xp to be the Laplace transform of small phi xt, which is defined as integral 0 to infinity small phi xt into e to the power minus pt. So, if we multiply the given partial differential equation on its both sides by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t from 0 to infinity, this reduces to the ordinary differential equation d2 capital phi dx2 minus p square by c square capital phi equal to 0, and x lies in the interval 0 to infinity. Also, here we have used the initial conditions phi x 0 equal to 0 and del phi del t x 0 equal to 0 in deriving this ordinary differential equation. Also, we multiply both sides of this boundary condition by e to the power minus pt and integrate with respect to t from 0 to infinity, which gives capital phi at x equal to 0 is capital Fp, where capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small ft, and again if taking Laplace transform of this boundary condition, we obtain capital phi xp tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. With the boundary conditions, the solution of this ordinary differential equation can be written as capital phi xp is equal to capital Fp e to the power minus x by c into p. Now taking Laplace inverse of capital phi here, we obtain small phi xt equal to Laplace inverse of capital Fp into e to the power minus x by c into p. Now capital Fp is the Laplace transform of small ft, and we know that capital Fp is equal to integral from 0 to infinity e to the power minus pu small fu du. Hence, capital Fp into e to the power minus x by Cp, it can be written as, substituting the value of capital Fp from here, it can be written as integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus p u plus x by c small fu du. After substituting t equal to u plus x by c, this integral becomes equal to integral from x by c to infinity e to the power minus pt f of t minus x by c dt. Thus, with this simplification, phi xt, which is the Laplace inverse of capital Fp into e to the power minus x by Cp, can be written as equal to 0 for t less than equal to x by c and equal to f t minus x by c for t greater than x by c. This is obvious from this integral. This integral ranges from x by c to infinity. So, for t less than x by c, this is equal to 0. Thus, small phi xt is equal to 0 for t less than equal to x by c and equal to f t minus x by c for t greater than x by c. So, this is the solution of the given wave equation associated with the initial cum boundary value problem. So, in this module, we have learned how to solve ordinary differential equation and partial differential equations using Laplace transform. With this, we conclude module 5 of chapter 7 and also chapter 7.